What follows are Keppler photos taken during the period of 1952 through 1955. The first half were taken by Milt Wiskin and the second half by Blaine Curry. The first photo was taken of the Keppler entering the Havana harbor in 1957. Walt Umstead, Al Millen, Milt Wiskin, Ralph Chilton, Earl Pierce, taken at the Rock Hotel in Gibraltar on March 29, 1953. Murray Draper on the Keppler Bridge in March of 1953. This is a Catholic procession on Easter Sunday, April 5, 1953. The photo was taken in Ponta Delgada in the Azores. Milt Wiskin is shooting a sunline on the bridge of the Keppler in March of 1953. Carl Neusbauer and Wiley Main, taken August of 1952. Walt Umstead, supply officer of the Keppler, September 1952. This photo of the Keppler was taken in September 1952. Terlecci, bosun mate chief, Thompson, gunner's mate first class, and Lieutenant J.G. Bob Walters, taken aboard the Keppler in September of 1952. The Firth of Forth Bridge in Scotland, taken during main brace, September 1952. Al Miller, Morris Pollock, Walt Umstead in Edinburgh Castle in Scotland during main brace, September 1952. Walt Umstead on the bow of the Keppler, returning from main brace during fall of 1952. Walter Umstead on the bow of the Keppler while returning from main brace in the fall of 1952. Milt Wiskin on the Keppler's bow, returning from main brace fall of 52. Walt Umstead, Morris Pollock, Earl Pierce, getting ready for Liberty, the Keppler fall of 52. Morris Pollock, Walt Umstead, Earl Pierce on Liberty in Newport, Rhode Island, fall of 52. Milt Wiskin, Liberty and Newport, fall of 52. The USS Marcab, AD-21, January 1953, in the Newport Harbor. I believe the ships alongside, starting inboard, are the destroyers McCard, Beckler, Ware, and Johnston. The Keppler's Wardroom, February 1953. Front row: Walters, Umstead, Rosine, Captain Taylor, Miller.
I hope you're all quite well. Quite well. And you, sir? I am in reasonable health.
Back row: Jack Callahan, Nev Bauer, Capone, Curry, Pierce, Hulbert, Unidentified, Stone, Darren, Monsert. Walt Umstead, the Keppler supply officer, February 1953. Highline transfer between the Keppler and the Fred T. Berry, DDE-858, while en route to the Med, February 1953. Another shot of the Fred T. Berry, DDE-858, while en route to the Med, February 53. Highline transfer between the Fred T. Berry and the Keppler, February 53. The USS McCaffrey, taken from the Keppler Bridge, Med Cruise, February 1953. Plowing into waves while en route to the Med, February 1953. Cannes, France, during the Med Cruise, February 1953. Le Monaco Harbor on the French Riviera, February 22nd, 1953. The Arc de Triomphe in Paris, March 1953. Frank Knock and Milt Wiskin in front of the Louvre in Paris, March 1st, 1953. Cagliari, Sardinia, March 19th, 1953. Stromboli off the Italian boot in March of 1953. Marketplace in Bonet, North Africa, March 15th, 1953. Sorrento, Italy, March 12th, 1953. Bob Walters and Milt Wiskin in front of the Victor Emmanuel tomb, March 11th, 1953. Pompeii, near Vesuvius, March 9th, 1953. An old Roman castle, now being used as a prison in Rome, March 11th, 1953. Gibraltar, March 29th, 1953. Walter Umstead at the Rock Hotel in Gibraltar, March 27th, 1953. This is the last photo taken by Milt Wiskin. The following group were taken by Blaine Curry. Quartermaster signaling on the Keppler's Bridge, February 1953. Ruling at sea, February 1953. Ship fitters, February 1953. Here the Keppler is refueling from the USS Allagash. On the other side of the Allagash is the carrier Wright. This is a view of the Rock of Gibraltar, 1953. Here we see Gibraltar at night in 1953. Grasse, France, February 1953. Cannes, France, February 53. Ensign William Hulbert with Cannes, France in the background, taken February 1953. Quartermaster Gang, March 53. Highline transfer to the USS Harwood, DDE765, March 1953. Art Judson en route to the Harwood, March 53. Inboard is the USS Sea Owl, SS-405, then the USS Sea Robin, SS-407, and an unidentified submarine outboard tied up in the Caribbean. The picture was taken in 1953. Torpedo practice firing in 1953 at Vieques. The Keppler's torpedoes, 1953. Here we see the Keppler towing the USS Maria's AO-57. Unfortunately, Blaine does not explain why the Marias needed to be towed. The Keppler's wake during a full power trial while en route to Newport. Refueling at sea, September 1954. Stromboli in Italy, 1954. Mount Etna from the Keppler, 1954. Clouds over Africa, 1954. Jack Kelgan, 1954. Joe Ward, 1954. Venice, Italy, October 1954. Captain Gibson and Lieutenant Parker touring Venice in 1954. Built Wiskin on a Venice canal in October 1954. Blaine Curry, Venice, October 54. Dick Fenton and Chaplain Seton in the French Alps, 1954. Joe Ward, Ed Davis, Chaplain Seton in Athens, November 1954. Happy Hour on the Kepler's Fantail, late 54, early 55. Heavy Seas while en route home from the Med Tour. War Rough Seas while en route home from the Med in 1955. This concludes our tour back to the Keppler during the period from 1952 to 1955. Thanks to the photos of Milt Wiskin and Blaine Curry.